everybody. Hey, Ann. Hey, Sweets.
Hi, John.
Hello.
Woo! This is exciting. I'm sorry, we've been trying to figure out, it's never easy on a John Yates Live. So let me tell everybody real quick. Sarah Z, hi. J Freak, Ruth Ann, not my real name. Ellie, Maria W, Virgie, Darcy,
Oh, I need another phone.
Perfectly Imperfect. Ruth Ann, I get you twice. Natalie, hello, and hi. So, hey Ringo, hey Vandy. This was my favorite episode. I might get my eye again.
Yes.
I'm like, Stephanie, I need the patch. Cody, get me the patch. My wonky eye is just going crazy.
Watch out for the wonky.
Stephanie, hey Paul. I have to say, I don't know, Sweets, do you know you're muted?
Yes, I know I'm muted.
Oh, well, you have your own channel. You know what you're doing. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Let me introduce Sweets and Beyond. You may have seen her around in the chats here and there. And Sweets has a giant YouTube channel with how many subs do you have?
About 275,000.
So
21 million views. Not to brag, but
Wow.
well, she has us all beat.
I say holla,
Yes.
holla, balla.
I love you, Cody.
Love you too, sweetheart.
So honored to have you up here with us. I've been trying to talk her onto coming on for like, I don't know how many months now, a while. And I finally twisted her arm because she's a big Giant Housewives fan.
Yes.
And,
Yes,
I wanted to hear her input. So, okay, so the show begins at Dorit's homeless, not toothless.
Homeless and toothless.
Academy for Men. No, wait, homeless, toothless, not homeless.
Both toothless
Foundation
and
for
homeless.
Children.
Whatever.
Have you ever heard such a silly name, though? How ridiculous is that name?
Wait, it's the toothless, Hogwarts children who are toothless and muggles who are
toothless, homeless, toothless,
Academy
homeless,
for
toothless.
children who are
That's so funny.
And hey Velvet, hey Maria V, hey Secret Treasure.
Hey, Maria.
Okay, we've worked with all of them.
So to backpedal a little bit, Rena was going off on Sutton, annoying. I don't know how many times Rena can tell Sutton she forgives her, and then
She's bullying Sutton.
it lasts 5 minutes, and then the next day it's almost forgotten. But they have all the dentist, the dentist's wife, the charity people, everyone's there. They're all
Their faces. They were like,
especially the dentist's wife. She couldn't get out of there fast enough. She was
I don't
like,
even think they finished their meal.
no, they didn't.
she was like, land the chopper on the roof. I gotta get out of here now. Like that was it, man. The
Drop a
dentist's
rope.
wife, she was disgusted. Like, it was written all over her face. It was like this episode was the best episode ever.
It was amazing. Amazing.
I watched it 4 times.
I watched it
was
3
that
times.
good. So good. And then they want to continue fighting. So I guess they dismiss the guests, the people from the homeless and toothless house of boys and children.
And how they did it. You can leave.
Like there's a door, it's like right there behind me.
Take your teeth and go.
Take your tents and your teeth and get out, and that's it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it was terrible.
And then Dorit's like, "Oh no, you can stay if you want, but leave." We call that the Hartford goodbye.
Yeah.
So then, what happens? Sutton wants.
They came out with the most, at that point, they're all arguing and shouting, and then the next thing they're like, we've got a cake for Kyle. It was so ridiculous.
Hey, Natalie. And this is cake for Kyle after Melissa. After Melissa Etheridge. Melissa. After Melissa Etheridge sang a song, right, for the homeless and the toothless kids across America. After she sang a song for them, but then she couldn't stick around and sing a song for Kyle. Like, she was there. Like, what? If I was Kyle, I'd be like, huh? Like, she was Melissa, whatever her name is, Etheridge, was just there singing songs for the toothless and the homeless, which I worked personally. Okay, singing songs for them, and then she couldn't just say, "Oh, and by the way, Kyle Richards, happy birthday, Mama," or like that was too much for I mean, Melissa Etheridge couldn't get out there fast enough too. Like, she sang her song. She was like, Come through my window. I'm gonna do the Irish exit out the back door after the song is over. Like, that's it.
I think it was actually get out my window, like out.
And like, they all had to run after her. And like, Melissa, can we get a picture with you? She's like, well, you got me cornered, so I guess, but really, she couldn't say
and the mugshot,
Kyle.
And the mugshot, John, like.
Like, if you were Kyle, wouldn't you feel a certain way? Like, especially to Dorit, like, who's supposed to be your best friend there. Like, I'd be like, you couldn't get Melissa to be like, happy birthday, Kyle. Like, not even a song, just like or bring my birthday cake out while Melissa was singing and like kind of force her into it. Like, there are ways to make things happen.
Yeah. But do you know which I'm really finding strange? Because they called Garcelle Sutton's guard dog, but I think Rinna is Erica's guard dog, and that's why she goes in Sutton all the time. It's not about what Sutton did to her now, it's about Erica.
Well, Rinna needs a storyline, and as sad as Lois passing away is, which is sad, and I feel bad for Rinna in that regard, because everybody loved Lois, but she's got no storyline. I mean, what she got?
I just wish she would spill the secrets about Harry. It would give her a good couple of seasons, and that would be it.
Exactly.
Do it. We need Britt to be on that one. So they're sitting down, and Sutton's like, "Well, y'all, I got something to say." She's like, speaking, I'm just unhappy with the fact that Erica had called me a liability. So guess what just happened, y'all? I got an email or a letter.
Yes.
A lawyer wanted me to be involved in this lawsuit against Erica. And she has the nerve to call me a liability when I said she was going to put us all at risk. And look what happened.
She said,
and she's 100% correct.
Yeah. And she said, Erica has got a list of lawsuits in front of her.
Yes.
Oh, she didn't hit and miss. And I love Sutton.
And they flash back to the tell-all when, Sutton had said, well, rumor has it that one of Tom's partners, got away from him due to his skeezy practices or whatever. And then Erica was like, she's like, I told you, I know exactly what they're going to ask. Like, eyes bulging, at full blast. And I have to and I hate when I have to align with Erica right now, but Sutton really is the only one that had any lawyers reach out to. I mean, all the other girls kept their mouths quiet.
Did was right about that.
And I kind of have to agree with Erica on that, which I don't want to, but I have to give Erica a point on that one because none of the other ones, none of the other ones said anything, and they're not in any jeopardy. What was that? What was she playing?
I don't know.
It's always something here on a Gates Live.
I'm sorry, I'm on an old phone. I want to read the comments.
Oh.
But I feel as if Rinna is attacking Sutton all the time. And what I'm liking about Sutton, Sutton's owning it, and she's standing up for herself. And she's not, I don't think Garcelle needs to fight her corner right now because Sutton's doing it. And what about Diana?
Well, I don't think that Garcelle is, she's just seeing how terrible Lisa's being. And it's not that she wants to defend. I mean, Sutton doesn't need defending. She can handle herself, definitely. Yeah. But it's like she sees that there's no reason. Lisa is just picking on her.
She is.
That's basically it. She's being a bully, definitely.
Yeah, being a bully.
So, is that it for like the rest of the homeless and toothless dinner? Did we cover all the points from that?
Well, no, because then Diana said to Garcelle, out of everyone here, you.
Oh my God, the best part! Oh my God, how did I almost glaze over that?
Oh, I've got it all up here. I was like, oh, loving life.
I missed my Diana jumps at Garcelle. It's written there, and I just complete. You know, they were talking about Rinna and Sutton, and Garcelle's like, whoa, hey, wait a second, hold on here. How did we get from that to that, and now we're on me? And Diana was like, well, like I was seeing Garcelle on that because Diana's like, well, I just felt like, you know, we tried to make up and I don't hear from you. And Garcelle was like, well, I don't hear from you. Wouldn't it be Diana the person to make the first gesture after she apologized to her at whoever party that was? Was it Dorit's?
No, but I think wasn't that at the 70s party?
No, she apologized to Garcelle. I think it was
Diana's
at her Christmas party.
Okay.
Diana's Christmas party.
Wouldn't it be like and then Garcelle's like, yeah, okay, and then you know, so if it's on Diana's, she has to make the first move. You know, she was going to apologize. Garcelle said okay, and so next move's on Diana. It shouldn't be up to Garcelle to like make plans with like I don't. It should be Diana.
The bit that got me after that was Rinna saying to Garcelle, "Did you feel that?" And Garcelle was like, "What am I meant to feel?"
Well, at first, the best part was, you know, Rinna's like, Garcelle, are you listening to her? Garcelle, are you listening to what she's saying? And Garcelle looked at Rinna, and then she looked down and she started laughing, and then she goes, "What are you listening to, Rinna? Who do you hear?" And Kathy Hilton,
she loves Garcelle. She
does.
Kathy Hilton just couldn't hold it in anymore. She couldn't take it, and like I laughed out loud when Garcelle said that, you know. And Kathy Hilton's got that old, like, funny, you know, like that sense of humor that a lot that's kind of like dying down. And Garcelle, when you go, who do you? She laughed. She's like, okay, right now. She's like, who do you hear? And Kathy Hilton just couldn't. She just, I rewound that scene like 100 times, watching Kathy Hilton just lose it and start laughing.
But you know what? This is what I'm really enjoying. I'm enjoying watching Sutton and Garcelle saying, enough. We're not putting up with this petty stuff now. We're going to speak up. And I'm really enjoying that. But Erica also lied, because even Crystal said at that dinner, I've had help for this since I was 13 for an eating disorder. But Erica was the one that said she told me she never had help.
Erica was like, have you tried laxatives? They always work for me. Like,
she's crazy. She is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Have you tried laxatives? I prefer, you know, a little milk of magnesia here and there. I sprinkle some milk of mag on all my dinner these days just to keep slim, so I get all that dick.
But you know, it annoyed me that they thought Sutton shouldn't have said that to Erica about the lawsuits. I think Sutton should have said it and more.
Of course she should have.
Yeah, why shouldn't she? The way Erica's came at her and brought her down, and
I would, hey Kelly, all day. I would normally agree with y'all, but like Sutton's not playing it the right way. Like when Sutton played that card, I felt bad for Erica. Me, she didn't she didn't deliver it the way. If she like, listen, I'm spiteful, right? Hi, John Yates. Listen, you know, and like I like to get back at people who get at me, right?
Mhm.
We're no stranger to this. But the way Crystal played that, Crystal, the way Sutton played that, where are you going? Okay, bye, love you. The way that Sutton played that with Erica, it made me feel bad for Erica. And
Are you?
like
No, I don't think so.
Not me. Not me. I
No.
didn't feel bad for her.
Mm-mm. No.
Mm-mm.
she didn't she thought Sutton thought she was bringing it to the table, and for me it fell flat as someone who likes to dish out what you serve, and like for me I'm like
Well, I don't think of it that way. I thought that Sutton had already told them, this is going to happen. This is my fear. This is what I'm afraid of. And it did happen.
hey
That's
Sophie,
what I think.
I just thought walking away from that dinner at the Toothless convention for homeless kids somewhere in the world,
Homeless, toothless.
that Erica walked in the battle between Sutton and Erica. I thought Erica won, which I'm not on Erica's side, but if I'm being honest, in my mind, I think that Sutton played it the wrong way.
I love Sutton.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I
And
think
see,
she
that's
did
why I
exactly.
love having people up so we could all, because if we all agree with each other, what a boring show
Yep.
this would be.
The
See?
fact that was her perfect opportunity to say, you called me a liability. This is why you're the liability.
Exactly.
And I
Yes.
liked that. I was like, go Sutton.
Go Sutton, because Erica brought all this to them. By calling her a liability.
It wasn't clean though, and Sutton was like, well, I gotta, I hate to tell you all this, but like I did get an email or a call, letter from a lawyer about this, and I told you Shaw was going to be a liability, but Sutton was the one that put herself in that position when she spoke out of turn, and that's why none of the other ones are like getting emails.
But they showed, everybody talked about it.
Yeah.
They did the
I love Sutton,
flashbacks.
but I think she's losing points here. I'm
don't
totally on
think
the
so.
losing end.
Do you know what I think they're doing, John?
Not even the comments, but
I think they're
listen,
coming out with all the best comebacks with actual evidence and stuff when Kathy's there. You can see who Kathy likes. You can see who Kathy's gravitating to. And
Yeah.
I don't think she likes Rinna, Erica. Like, they're too trashy for her. She's a lady. And I love that about her. But she's so funny.
She is.
And then also, Dorit had said that, well, the only person was questioning was Sutton. And Sutton, Garcelle stood up for her, and Garcelle's like, no, she wasn't. And they showed everybody, questioning Erica. But who do you hear, Rena? Who are you listening to? Kathy laughing. Kathy couldn't hold it in anymore. Like that was like one of my favorite scenes from The Housewives. Oh, and then after Garcelle and Diana make up, Garcelle's like, what do you think about that, Rena?
Right? Do you have an opinion on that?
I love that.
And Rena's like, Garcelle, I like that. I'm so surprised to hear. Why would you say it to me like that? And she's like, you tell me. You seem to know everything about me. I mean, Garcelle is quick. She is quick. I like her.
She's not playing their games. She is not playing their games.
No.
She's quick. And she's quick like Kenya, because like it reminds me of Kenya's quickness, because Kenya doesn't miss a beat. And neither does Garcelle. But see, the difference between Garcelle and Kenya is that Kenya does it because she's a bitch, but I love her for being that way. Garcelle does it because she's cool, but when she
She's
wants
great.
to be a bitch, she could do it with a smile across her face like that. Like it's like and
Very calm and collected. So she is
Yes.
very calm
yeah,
and
like
collected.
so anywho, Brenda says that it's coming from fear, and Garcelle's like fear. And she calls up bullshit. Blah blah blah. Let's get to Crystal's house because this is my second favorite scene ever. Again, including Kathy Hilton. So next scene. Well, we're 20 minutes in, and we're only in the second scene. We're at Crystal's house.
Can't open
She's
it.
talking to her husband about the eating disorder stuff that she's going through, and she feels that she shouldn't have to answer to the cast about that, which I agree with her on. But you also brought it to the show.
I was going to say that you put it out there.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a serious thing. It's like, so if the cast didn't ask you or follow up with it, they would look like bad people.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're being filmed. So if,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
if Crystal was like, hi guys, on Bravo Network, I have this problem. If no one ever asked about it, they would be the enemies. So
Exactly. It would be bad if they said something, but what they're saying she doesn't like. So then why mention it at all?
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Chris, hold on, I'm getting some cheese platter here. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna cut myself some cheese. I got my Diet Coke and my cheese. So
I have the same one they served her.
Yes.
So we
brilliant.
talk about
Do
that.
you have any crack? And
I know.
In comes Kathy Hilton to Crystal's house. That's such a weird pairing. But okay. And Kathy comes in, and Crystal tells they offer her some red wine, which it's her favorite. Hey, Dreamsicle. Crystal, Kathy was not interested in it. I guess I don't know if she drove there or got driven. Probably she got driven, but she's like, no, I'm good. So Crystal tells her why she was crying. Kathy gives her advice, which basically is it's your business, not anybody else's.
It was really good advice, actually. She said they're not doctors. They're not.
I was surprised that it was good advice.
But she was like, nobody's business. Just tell them it's about me, myself, and I don't want to talk about it. And I was like, spot on.
Well, Kathy doesn't like to get into personal things. She's from that era where Kyle. We don't speak about that Kyle. It's she gives you the look like the and so Kathy doesn't want to get into anything too specific.
But first, can we talk about how she was dressed? It gave me Paris Hilton, The Simple Life.
Yes, like Daisy. I would be Daisy Duke.
Paris Hilton, The Simple Life.
Looked stunning. I thought Crystal looked stunning.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm warming up to Crystal.
Me too, sweets.
I thought her. Okay, so again,
I'm
going to be in the minority because I saw Crystal's. Hey, Jen B. I saw Crystal's outfit in that scene, and I thought it was very kind of Mad Maxian. I thought she was had a ticket to the Thunderdome.
And it was leather, and she was wearing white sneakers.
I thought she looked beautiful.
I thought the sneakers didn't match.
She's actually starting to really embrace her body. She's wearing clothes that are showing her off now, and she really is.
I agree with you. I thought she looked good, but I thought that dress was a miss, a big giant miss. I thought she came from the future to warn me that John Connor was about to be born, or the Terminator is on his way. That was that's what I would envision. If someone came to me and time traveled, it would have been Crystal's outfit. And she was going to tell me that the Terminator is on his way and he's going to try and kill you, and you're the savior, and blah blah blah. I'm going to be the face of the revolution. Like, and that I would think it would be like that outfit that Crystal was wearing from somebody in the future to deliver me that news.
Oh, I
That
love
But the look on
I would-
Crystal's
yeah.
face when Kathy said, "Do you have a cracker?" She's like, "Oh." Her face is like, "Oh my God, I have to feed you."
Okay,
Thank God
first
they
off,
had that basket.
I'm gonna say this out loud, and whatever. But when Kathy asked, like, "Do you have a cracker?" Who thought, like, okay, they were talking about like her eating disorder, and then all of a sudden Kathy comes out.
I
Oh,
thought that
do you
too.
have a cracker? Like, did anybody
I
think that
thought
she
that
was
too.
going to like tell like Crystal to like maybe eat a cracker and get over it?
She's like, I'm
Did
quite
that
hungry.
maybe run through anybody's like mind at all, just
I
a
sort
little
of
bit?
thought she's just had this eating disorder conversation, and you're like, feed me.
I'm hungry.
And can I have a napkin
Of all
and a
the
Diet
things,
Coke?
and she wasn't. But of all the things that Kathy could ask for, a cracker would have probably been the absolute last thing I would have said. Like, you know, because that's the thing. Like, people, oh, give him a cracker. You know, go eat. You know, stuff like that.
I mean, she just came from her house.
Kim Richards did it. Oh,
Why
go
are you
eat some bread.
eating?
You're hungry. You know.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Like when she's oh, do you have a cracker? And like they were both in like mid sentence, and Kathy stopped them. Do you have a cracker? And they're like, and so like you know, Kathy's like benefit. They offered her wine, but she was like, "No, I don't want wine." But they didn't offer her anything after that. Like, well,
Yeah,
what can I get you to drink then? Like, wouldn't that be the next question?
yeah.
If someone
Yeah.
came to your house and you offered them wine and they were like, "No, I'm good with the wine," I'm like, "Well, what can I, you know, can I get you
They're like
soda,
coffee,
tea, coffee?"
coffee.
I
Yeah,
know.
isn't that weird that wasn't
It
asked?
is. It was.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe rich people are used to their staff do that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see the staff in the kitchen asking Kathy anything.
Exactly.
She busts out like, "Do you have a cracker?" And you know,
Do you want
thankfully,
cheese? Do you
a
like
gift
blue cheese?
basket.
Gouda?
And then how would you feel about like eating like your food off like a gift basket that someone got delivered earlier that day? I would feel like kind of like, you know, about it. And like, you know,
Yeah, that's their
right?
gift. But Kathy's like, oh,
Like you
And
put
why would they
absolutely
have? I'm sorry.
no, but you put absolutely no thought into her coming other than the fact that they thought they were going to serve her a bottle of wine and she's like, go ahead, sweets.
I mean, I think, was she supposed to be there? Because they were so surprised when she got there. And she just walked straight in. It was just weird. She didn't knock, nothing. She just, hello, walked in, sat down, give me a cracker. It
I
was
wonder how much they had
weird.
to pay her to do that, like scene, because it was so like you said, it was so unorganic. Like
Yes,
it didn't look like that was like natural, like at all in the very least. Like that looked like the most unnatural thing you could probably watch.
yes. I
but
agree.
see, even whatever her intention was, it's hilarious. She's like, can I have a napkin, a Diet Coke? Like she's not asking for what she wants.
And then like, oh, here's your cracker. Did you want like, you know? And she's like, well, can I get a Diet Coke to chase that dry cracker down with? You know, and of course. And then she's like, well, what you got here? You got any cheese? You got a spread? Well, do you like blue cheese? Not so much. Gouda? Well, I could deal with that. You know, and then well, can I get a napkin to wipe my face with? I mean, you can tell that she is like just like catered to like around, and good for her. And they're like, look at us feeding you, and she's like, damn straight, and this is all I get. I'm Kathy fucking Hilton, for Christ's sakes. I come here, all I get is a couple of crackers and some cheese. Like, you know, when I have
plate, a napkin.
listen,
That's what we do.
if I'm being lazy, right, all I do is get a couple of baked potatoes and just sprinkle like $10,000 worth of caviar on each one of them, and you know,
That
there
was
you
so
go.
gross.
There's your
As soon
entree.
as she came in and they were talking, for me, you'd have went to your fridge, you would have started pulling stuff out, putting it on the counter, because that's what you do when somebody comes into your home. It was just crazy. It was wild.
But then all of a sudden they bring this gift basket, which I wouldn't trust blue cheese just sitting on the counter. Just me.
Me neither.
And
Like I
then
wouldn't
all of
even
a
do that. Like if like my friends are here and like I like like you just came over. Oh look, I just got this gift basket from like someone.
and then all of a sudden,
Thank God it came today because if it wasn't here, I'd have nothing to serve you. Like what kind of like that's the stuff I look at. Well if that didn't get delivered today, were you going to give me nothing? Like that's how I examine things.
I am sure they would have leftovers in their fridge. They could have offered her anything. She's got that woman there that cooks too. I'm sure she could have gave her something.
But again, it's Kathy Hilton. Is she worthy of leftovers? Like, Kathy Hilton's coming over. I think there's some chicken left from a couple of nights ago. Just put that on a plate, put it in the microwave, and serve it to her. Like, come on.
In the oven.
But there's Kathy doing the simple life. Just give her nuts.
Could you imagine, like, if Kathy Hilton was coming to my little cottage in the middle of nowhere, Seaside Heights, New Jersey, you better believe I would go to the most expensive place in New Jersey, the best restaurant, and get like the best dinner and spend like money through my teeth and just be like, pull it out and so big. Oh my God, Kathy, I've been working all day on this for you, and then serve it.
Yeah.
And the look of fear that the husband had, like, oh my goodness, what do we feed her? Is this okay? Is this okay?
How did they not, and I'm on Kathy's side with this. She's Kathy Hilton too. Like, it's not like she's like, Erica or Dorit, who's like, who's low end housewife? Who's a poor housewife? Like Teddy. Teddy Mellencamp. I'm trying to think of the poorest housewives who had to film her last 2 seasons in the motel. What bullshit that was. Teddy's smaller hotel apartment. Not Teddy.
I know who you're talking about.
Tinsley. I'm sorry, Tinsley. I was thinking of Tinsley from New York.
Yes.
Sorry about that one. But anywho, all right. Did we cover all that? Are we good with the cracker and the
what are we
Diet
going
Coke? All right. Next scene, Kyle's birthday. The best part about that was seeing her roller skate. I was impressed with her moves.
Me too.
And we found out that when she was a kid, her and her famous friend actors used to roller skate and have a good time and go to the arcade together. Like, I'm like, oh, how great you had it. Like, what am I supposed to do?
She wasn't in the picture. It showed you.
It was Kim.
It was Kim, the Different Stroke kids, and she mentioned the Jackson kids, but she wasn't in the picture.
Hey, Barbie. Yeah, if she wasn't, and I'm like, if that was like a place, because she's like, we used to go there every day, and like I was the winner, and nobody could beat me. Why didn't we got you in one picture, Kyle? Show the receipts, Kyle.
So the child star was actually Kim, not Kyle.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, no, because Kyle was like in like the Halloween movie.
And what else? I'll wait.
Like wasn't she in Little House in the Prairie or something?
I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't know
right now.
Okay, let's do it.
Kyle Richards. I watched her in the new Halloween movie, and I don't watch horror movies, but I'm like, okay, Kyle's in it, so I kind of.
You need to watch it.
Did you watch it?
Good? No, was it good?
It was good in the fact that I don't like scary movies and I could get through it.
Did she not break her ankle doing that or something? She broke her
I think
foot
she broke her nose.
Yes, that was it. She broke her nose.
But she was like, she had like maybe like 8 minutes of like airtime. But I'm like, I was looking at her. I'm like, it's Kyle. I couldn't take her seriously because it's Kyle. Like, I'm like, haha, you're typecast.
I mean, I love Jamie Lee Curtis.
She was in an episode of Chips in 1982.
I loved Chips.
Wait, she was in Father Knows Best, Home for Christmas, TV movie, 1977.
Little House on the Prairie from 1975 to 1982.
I was right. See?
Yes.
I said it. I knew Little House on the Prairie. Boom.
Well done, Helen.
So
I
I,
mean, like,
guess, okay, I'll give her
But
that.
wait a minute, Kim was on the bigger show because she was on that Witch Mountain thing, wasn't she? She was seemed to be the bigger star, Kim.
I think Kim acted more into her teens than Kyle did.
Kim was the bigger star between the two of them. Like she was like in Witch Mountain, and
Mhm.
I think Kim was the bigger one because Kim did more Disney stuff. But I mean, like she was like in a few things, Like you said, she was an episode. She was Jodie in Chips in 1982 for one episode.
Yes.
There was a movie in 1989 called Curfew. She played Stephanie Davenport in it. And she had the lead role. So, yikes! Let me just go back on that one.
Oh my goodness! Do you know what Kim Richards' middle name is? Erica.
Oh, is it?
Look, wait, look. She did. Listen, guys, listen. She did an episode of Love Boat: The Next Wave, and look, she played a scheming woman. I mean, like, look.
There's a shock.
Look at Kim. Look at Kyle's resume here right now. Scheming woman. I mean, that's some serious hard work right there.
But I was honestly surprised when she was on those roller boots. She didn't do the splits. That's what I
was
expected.
kind of waiting, but I think she can. She's flexible. I kind of want to see Kyle do a whole roller skating show. I'd pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle on Ice.
But it was nice to see her kids there, and they were all in the same pajamas, and it was
Why?
just nice.
And they were having dinner in pajamas? I thought it was in the morning. Why were they in pajamas? It's weird. That was weird.
Did anybody feel like Farrah's hair was glued to her face? Did anybody think that her hair shaped her face well at all? Or were me and Cody the only ones? It looked like she took crazy glue and stuck it to her face.
Mm-hmm.
There was
I didn't notice that.
volume to it. It looked like she took an iron and just ironed her hair just right down. No?
Yeah,
Are
I
we
seen
being,
that.
Are we being super petty?
No, I actually think her hair is very thin. I think she's got very thin hair.
Oh, okay. That could be it then. I don't know. I'm with all their money, you would think she'd be able to
extensions,
right? Something.
And what they were eating, it was it looked like a lo mein, and then with crab.
The crab that they and who wants to bang mallets like that? Imagine the headache. I've never had a dinner like that where I've gone to I guess a crab shack and just pounded. You pound the headache you have to have after that. Everyone's it's
they were like, so what is going to happen at your wedding? It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I like her fiance, and I like that Kyle was cool about it. And she was listen, I thought I was not Jewish and divorced and had a kid and was an actress, so I never want anybody feeling how I felt. So I like Kyle for that.
Yeah.
The birthday, it was good. What do we have next? Sutton and Kyle. Oh well, Lisa and Erica met for drinks and it was boring. Anything you want to?
Yes.
Yeah. Next, it was boring.
Then we got Sutton and Kyle. They meet up. So Kyle's like, Sutton, I still can't believe that, you said the thing about Erica having 1 million lawsuits, and Sutton defended herself and blah, blah, blah. But the fun part from that, my takeaway was, Sutton was saying how she's on a date, and Kyle was like, don't you think you should look more poor?
Poor. She said poor, yeah.
I mean, I kind of had to agree with Kyle a little bit. Why do you who wants to buy, the ice cream truck when you're giving the popsicles away for free kind of deal? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. There could have been a bit of
It's only $7,500. It's that's not expensive.
Well, I don't know how many.
When Sutton said, this is me put, and stopped, it was almost like Kyle set her up for that. Because it's not Kyle that'll get trashed for that. It'll be Sutton. You know, like.
You know, I don't think how many straight men really know like the price of a woman's handbag. You
My
know,
husband would not have a clue.
so if
Neither
somebody
would
started
mine.
walking in with a Birkin, like you know, and maybe in LA or in Beverly Hills, I'm sure there are straight men. Like maybe PK could spot, you know how much a bag costs, or maybe Mauricio or Ken, like you know, LVP's husband. But I can't imagine there's a lot of people that would meet somebody on a blind date and be like, oh, that Birkin bag, you know, like a straight guy, you know, and you're talking about like, you know, straight guys in like their, I guess, 50s, 60s, 70s, I want to say, you know, they're going to be like, oh, she's got a Birkin. I could really, you know, rake her across the coals.
John, do you remember I said to you a few weeks ago, where's all Dorit's labels? Remember she was always, she's not dressing the same, but Garcelle was rocking the Balenciaga.
Balenciaga. I bet she has the purse that lights up Balenciaga on the floor too.
Loved it. But I noticed that Dorit is not wearing the labels head to toe, so manicured, the way she was.
But Lisa is, did you see that whole Gucci suit that she had? It had so many G's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember her barrettes with the reunion when she had like the 8 million like the Gucci barrettes like dripping like.
Oh yeah.
I mean I love that look. I'm not gonna lie. Like you get it with all the diamond barrettes, girl. So I don't know. I kind of have to agree with Kyle. I think playing it. I'm eating my cheese charcuterie board. I like Kathy Hilton. We'll see. Okay, so Sutton and Kyle. Oh, and then like there's a little moment with Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Dorit's daughter with PK and like you know, and all of a sudden like okay, so both Kyle and I love Kyle's roller skates. Like I want that pair of roller skates. If I had those roller skates, I'd be like shooting into Facts of Life. I had them on all the time. I'd be skating everywhere. And then you know, Dorit got a pair of roller skates, but they never did anything with the skates.
No.
But Dorit's skates weren't pretty. I didn't like them.
But like they both got roller skates and we saw them skating, but like then like we didn't see anybody skating at the Disco Inferno. So what happened there? Like why was that not why did it not happen?
And the daughter has the same weird accent that Dorit has.
Yeah.
It was so like a couple of words she said in no accent. Then she took the dad's accent. Then it was weird the way the kid was talking.
If she breaks her neck, when she said that though, I was laughing.
I like crab, but I love lobster. I don't know, like I like crab. I don't like lobster. Well, I feel bad eating lobster because like, you know you put them in the pot, they're alive, they're screaming. So like that's like
I only eat shrimp. Ew.
That's
don't do anything else.
And I think you cook crab the same way, but it's not.
Sorry, John, I need to get back a second because there's something I thought of.
Go ahead.
See, when Garcelle was having the conversation with Diana, and she's like, "You want to know about me? Google me. Google me." I love that. I was like, "Go, Garcelle." She's just not playing any of their games, and she's good. She's good. I love Garcelle.
Okay, I like that scene, but like I thought Garcelle was being like a little bit too much for herself. You know, when she was like, Google me, it's like, okay, Garcelle, you're not Meryl Streep. You know, I thought I love Garcelle and like her and Kathy were my favorite, but when she was like, Google me, I mean, like I told people to Google me. You know, I'm like, who the hell am I? So like, I thought Garcelle was being too much, just like the story about like when she was at Studio 54 and there was like a substance on the table and she didn't. Girl, come on.
And she knocked the table. Yeah.
It was like, I
don't
just,
believe that.
Like, why would she even tell that story at all?
That
like,
was
you
crazy.
know, it was stupid. You know, my mother used to frequent Studio 54. I'm pretty sure I was conceived in there. So, I mean, I'm almost certain of it, to be honest with you. So, but yeah. I want to get to like
Rinna's.
okay, but Phoenix, saying like, with Dorit, like, Daddy, you're making her less confident, and it's like she's 5. I'm like, what little 5-year-old knows like how to what confident means, like, and to use it like in a sentence like that.
If she breaks her neck, it's because you've took her confidence. And I was like, okay.
Like, Jesus, like, good for them. I guess that's why people try to get like kids like good schooling early on. Now I get it. Like, to have a 5-year-old speak like that.
Yeah, very articulate.
Okay, so let's get to the Disco Inferno party. So Rinna comes in, needs a drink quick. That whole bartender thing was like
that was bad.
I need
That was
lemon
bad.
at times.
I need
honey,
real
I need a
lemon.
bartender. I need a bartender, honey. Honey, where's the bartender? The bartender's on their way. Okay, but I need a bartender. But actually, I need lemon on these drinks. So can we get the bartender? The bartender's not here yet. Okay, but I need a bartender. I'm Lisa Ren. This is my party. I need bartender. I need fresh lemon. I need extra lemon. Where's the bartender? And she's like, bitch, we got this pre-made stuff made over here. Like, will that shut you up?
You actually seen one of those blonde girls at one point doing that.
Rolling her eyes and shaking her head. I loved it.
Yeah.
And that was what the show aired. So like, imagine like what was like left on like the
And I didn't like Rinna's outfit.
Oh,
It's
I thought it
always
was
the same
terrible.
with Rinna. I didn't like the colour. I didn't like her wig. I just
Me
thought
neither.
her night it wasn't a good look. I just don't like it.
Yeah, it was like, Crystal was okay. She had the glasses.
Yeah.
Dorit had the hair, so she was
Sutton
okay.
did not get the memo.
Kyle had the hair. Kathy walked in pajamas, and she's like, I looked like Kathy was ready for bed. Like I was like the fan to put you to sleep. Garcelle looked the best. She's like the only one that actually put
The only one.
I thought, what was that whole thing with the photograph? And Dorit was like, don't touch my hair.
Oh my goodness, yes.
At first, I thought you said, don't touch my hair. But then I wasn't sure if Rinna was holding down on Sutton's hair and she was saying, don't touch her hair.
No, it was don't touch my hair. Definitely. And because Garcelle looked at her and says, oh, calm down. It's only a photograph.
Yeah, because poor Sutton was just like, they're like, just squeal, just sit down, Sutton, and Dorit. Sutton, just sit down and just take it and just sit down and PK and Boy George and victims and orphans and airplane.
Toothless.
Toothless and homeless. That was hilarious. That made
In my opinion, all of them have had separate conversations with Sutton, and they're planting a little seed that they're setting Sutton up for something. Each one of them has had a conversation separately with her, and I believe that they're setting her up for something later on in the season.
I see it. Jay Freak John, our 3-year-old granddaughter started talking at 9 months. She's very advanced. She can talk French, learn sign language because her friend is it. Wow, that's super
amazing,
impressive.
Michelle.
Phoenix was super cute. But all right, so Kyle invites everybody to Aspen. Oh guys, I'm inviting you to Aspen.
I'll get a hotel.
Yeah.
It was like such like a half-ass invite though. She's like, well, I have our house. It's really small, and by small I mean it only has 10 bedrooms, but I can't
I know.
put everything in there. So we're gonna have like another house down the road, and Diana, or in 5 seconds in, I'll just get a hotel.
Let's face
Diana
it.
said, I'm like, I'm not a good house guest. So I'm doing them all a favor by me not staying there. I kind of believe her when she says that.
I mean, she sends like 50 people.
Yeah.
one day before to set up a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, that is unbelievable.
Spoiled, absolutely spoiled.
And meanwhile, Garcelle's like, I'll stay in the other house. Brenda's like, I want to stay. Kyle, I want to stay with you, girl. You know, I'm going to own it. I want to stay with you.
Kyle doesn't want anyone staying where her husband is. Maurizio's going, Kyle she's like, no, keep it separate.
You know, I'll sleep outside if I have to, Kyle. You know, I just want to be my girl, Kyle. You know, Garcelle's like, I'll be in the other place.
Something that Lisa had mentioned in the 70s party when she said, I don't plan it. Who plans every party? Harry. I don't do anything. Harry plans everything. That's something too.
She's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So then they all pair off, and you know, there goes Kyle with Sutton. Hi, I'm still unclear about our last conversation, about the last conversation we had about Erica. But you know, and I don't understand about liability, and Erica and Sutton's like, well, I don't know. And then Kyle's like, well, let me ask her. Hey, Erica, what did you mean about Sutton being a liability? Erica, she's a hindrance. Well, what
Setting her up again.
It stops everybody. It stops everybody from, you know, making a relationship with Garcelle because we see it through her eyes and not our own.
When Garcelle said to her, I've watched you doing horrible things to my friends, and that's what my judgment is. I love that because they're just telling her straight now.
Cody's texting me math questions on the phone right now. He's food shopping, and he has a coupon. Sorry.
That's okay.
What is 30% of $12? Well, 10% of $12 is $1.20. $1.20 times 3 is $3.60, so that's 30%. Sorry.
It's okay.
Easy way to learn percentages. Just always go down to 10% and then times it. And that's the best way to figure out percentages. I'm sorry. The more you know, get the rainbow going.
I keep on saying they are setting Sutton up for something. Because
what really irritated me about Diana laughed at every nasty comment made to Sutton. And I'm like, you want to be part of the Mean Girls. You want to be in that group. I just don't like Diana. I just don't like her.
When they were talking about the toothless and homeless, that everybody was laughing. And Dorit, this is not funny. This is a charity.
Well,
she's like,
but Dorit's fault because Dorit, you know, like Dorit and Erica and Diana are like sitting like elevated compared to to everybody else. Like they're like the winners of some sort. Like
and the way Erica was hanging over, like speak to you,
where's my horn?
She acts like a gangster's mole. She acts like a gangster's mole.
Yeah, I'll give you a bell. But you know, Dorit's up there. Well, you know, guys, last week at my homeless, not toothless, and then Kathy Hilton again. She couldn't help
I helped the homeless.
Kathy Hilton was like, "Oh, you mean the homeless and toothless foundation?" And
Garcelle
couldn't take it, and Garcelle started fucking, and so did Sheree. They both lost it because Kathy couldn't take it. You mean the homeless and toothless foundation, and like everybody, they all start laughing. Crystal's like, "Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh."
And when she leans over and says, "They should change that name." Homeless toothless. Oh.
It was so funny.
And then Kyle was funny. A terrible name, the toothless, and then a homeless friend, and then Crystal stops Kyle And she's like, no. And Kyle's like, what? She's like, you said toothless and homeless. And Kyle's like, yeah. She's like, no, it's homeless and toothless. And then even Crystal started laughing. Nobody could even keep a straight face.
But what Erica did then, when she leaned over and she went, did that just come out of her mouth? Like, she was being even snippy to Kathy. And that's where Erica will make a big mistake.
Well, Kathy's like, listen, guys, I work with the homeless. I work with you know, I'm Kathy fucking Hilton. Okay. I work with everybody. So, but Kathy doesn't like people coming for her now.
No.
And she looks over and goes, can you believe these people who want to rip my head off of this toothless and homeless foundation?
Homeless, super homeless.
No, she goes, this toothless and homeless association, like, you know, it's homeless toothless. Who cares?
I know that was too funny.
And when Sutton said to Erica, okay, we can have a conversation, let's speak on our own. Erica, I'm going to call you tomorrow. And she went, no. Nope. She's just vile. But the little comment where she went, ha, and they say, I have a drinking problem. That was about Sutton. So she's saying, you're throwing me under the bus. But meanwhile, she's doing the very same thing to another housewife.
While looking at Garcelle. Because Erica was too quiet. She wanted to have beef with Garcelle.
She did.
And that was her perfect opportunity. And you say, I am an alcoholic, and just looking at Garcelle. Garcelle just popped right off. Yeah. I love Garcelle.
And then, like, you know, Garcelle, and then Erica goes to Garcelle. Yes, ma'am. I was like, ooh. And then, and I think Erica's afraid. Erica's afraid of Garcelle because I've seen Erica with pretty much everybody else, and she's afraid to go for the jugular with Garcelle.
The thing is, she used to be intimidating, and I think she's realised that Sutton and Garcelle are not intimidated in the least. And you could even see Rinna sitting at one point, like, looking like, where the hell does this leave us? You could see it in the both of them. They were like looking, and I just loved that scene because I think they've had it coming for a long time.
But Erica, I mean, she used to be like, you know, intimidating, but like, you know, when she had Tom and the mansion and the 2 planes, you know, and everything else. But what you live in like Reseda in like, you know, 2-bedroom duplex.
No, they might.
You know, you're not. You know, so what? Like, you know, but I'm telling you, like, it's funny to me because I feel like Erica's holding back. She's totally afraid to go after Garcelle. Like she would, if like, you know,
definitely.
If it was Sutton, I feel like, you know, Erica probably would have chopped her head off already. But, you know, and you know, she was, you know, Erica's like, you'd be the last person I know, Garcelle, because these are my real friends. And Garcelle's like, oh yeah, I know. Y'all remind me of it every other day.
Exactly.
You know, and that's also true. So I don't know.
Can actually see that Kyle does like Sutton. She enjoys Sutton. They do have fun together. You see that Kyle does have a loyalty to Garcelle. She makes the effort in these friendships. And I just don't like this whole little mean girls group, and that's where Diana wants to be too. And she's dull as anything. She is dull. But
Diana is like Yolanda, like 2.0, but she's no Yolanda, and I'd much rather have Yolanda back on the show than Diana, because Yolanda at least was like genuine, or like quasi genuine. I always thought, well, you know what? I didn't like Yolanda when she first came on the show because I thought she was too stiff. So maybe maybe Diana will like loosen up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Diana myself. And I think she's getting off on like trying to be like the villain with Sutton because she knows that she can like walk all over Sutton because she sees what, you know, Erica's getting away with. And It's like a pissing contest because with all their money, because I thought that maybe Sutton had the most money, but now I'm thinking Diana probably has more money than.
Oh yeah.
All of them. Diana has more
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. So now Diana's like, you know, the LVP money wise. So
Yes.
we'll see. But
But
I'd much rather.
Kyle takes the opportunity to throw every one of them under the bus. Like she'll just come out with stuff. Like the other day when you told me this, she does it to them all. I've seen her doing it to even. Well, she doesn't really do it to Rinna and Erica, does she?
For Erica. I don't know why is Erica, Dorit and Kyle protecting Erica so much. Why do they keep on defending her? Oh no, it's her medication. She can't drink. Oh, it's this. Oh, she has never done that. Yes, she has. Yes, she has.
Well, do you remember at the very beginning of the season, Erica was actually talking in her confessional and said she had really let herself go. She was waking up in the morning. She had been drinking the night before. She was
The Taco Bell blackouts.
Taco Bell all over
And
her
she hit her
kitchen.
head and
She didn't even remember ordering the food. And she admits at the beginning of that season that, yeah, I had an issue. I was losing it. But it'll be interesting to see how this turns now. If that's by the end of the season, she put her hands up and said, yeah, this is true. So it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. Because Garcelle was concerned.
Yeah,
exactly.
And like again, like I kind of feel like, you know, Erica was like it was 3 times, and like to Erica's credit, yeah, I guess it was 3. But like us watching it seemed like a lot longer, you know. But you know, they're showing like, you know, the same trip like on multiple different episodes, so it looks like Erica's been pretty much drunk the whole season. Really, like when you look at it. And meanwhile, it really was only like 3 times.
3 events. Yeah.
They dragged it out. So I kind of like get Erica being like, it was like 3 times. And listen, I've been in that spot. So I can sympathize and empathize with Erica for that. But those 3 times were like really, really, really bad. But does that make her like an alcoholic, or is she having a good time on a trip with her friends and being drunk and being stupid? You know?
Well, she was abusive to one of her friends' kids, who's 14 years of age. That's unacceptable. Completely
Definitely.
unacceptable.
Oh yeah.
What
I'm not
a
accusing
threesome.
her behavior. I'm just saying, like, you know.
Her asking, saying, oh, she's going to get a threesome with Oliver and stuff. That's your friend's son.
Yeah, that's
like
gross.
she really oversteps the
It
mark.
was gross.
And listen, I'm no Erica fan by any mean, but I'm just trying to be like fair and like where I would think we're, you know, if the shoe was on my foot.
No, definitely. I agree. I don't think she has an issue. I think she's doing it because she wants content for the show.
I don't. I think she's struggling with these lawsuits.
You think?
I think her whole life has changed.
How could she not be?
Everything.
Though?
She's lost everything. And I think she's been drinking to numb it all. And I really respected her at the beginning of the show when she said that. Like, I've been having blackouts. I've been really, really drinking. And I really respected her honesty.
Well, yeah. Well. So she also said that. So maybe she has a bigger drinking problem because that wasn't shown on camera. So she's already said that she, you know, woke up, had too much Taco Bell, woke up next to the wrapper for the burrito. You know, and I don't think Garcelle was wrong to question Erica either, because I didn't think Garcelle was doing it out of like to be like, oh, let's talk about Erica, like Garcelle said. No.
Yeah, it wasn't malicious.
And she'd only spoken to Kyle and Dorit about it. Was it like wasn't she was going to every
and Sutton and
no, but didn't she only go to Dorit and Kyle, like specifically?
But to be honest, after the way her son was spoken to, I think if anybody had a right to call out her behaviour, it was Garcelle. But Garcelle was actually, she didn't attack her. She was still saying, I am concerned. I am concerned. And it blew my mind.
Crystal had every opportunity to jump on her when she was like, well, just try laxatives. Like, you know, Crystal could have been like,
the reunion will be good, John. The reunion will be dynamite. Because Andy Cohen will not hit and miss with her.
You know, there's a chance like Crystal and Sutton and Crystal, Sutton, and Garcelle need to really like form. And too bad Diana is like pretty much on the mean girl side, because they could have broke up the posse, because Kyle and Renna and Erica and Dorit, they're just too tight, you know.
Well, I think that the way Garcelle did it, I think it was wrong, because she was counting her drinks. She was, like micromanaging everything she did. That caused a bigger issue, because Erica felt attacked.
And the thing is, and maybe we didn't see it all, but when they met up, Garcelle wasn't saying to Erica what she had been saying to other people. She wasn't being honest and saying, I think your drinking's getting out of control. I'm worried about you. And I think Erica is a strong woman. I think she would have took that, because she would have seen it was a place of concern. I don't think maybe she was ready for it to come out, but I think it all will come out at one point, Erica herself.
I don't know.
I mean, I would be pissed if I'm at a place and they say, you said you're only going to have a drink, and here I am with my second. Like, I mean, I would
have
hate
come
that.
back to the bar with a tray and went, they're mine. Like, I would have been
like, you can only have one cashew, and then I show up like one.
I got your cracker.
Yeah.
I can see it from both ends. Like, I don't think Garcelle was trying to make a federal case out of it at all. I thought she was genuinely being concerned, because Erica, even though it was only 3 times, it was 3 like really, really, really bad times. So I can't fault Garcelle and worrying about her in the least, but I really can't fault Erica for being like annoyed at Garcelle.
Definitely.
Either. So, and I hate when because I like to be a big old side picker. And I hate when I'm at a stalemate, or I have to defend the other person, because I try to be fair, honestly, like, as much as I can be, but we'll see. Next week looks good.
Yes. Next week did look good.
I feel like eating crackers. I have my dainty bag of.
I mean, Rinna's behaviour towards Sutton when she was drinking at her place was ridiculous. And she was like, get the F out of my house. Like, you don't do that.
And using her poor mom as an excuse. I'm sorry.
I agree.
She has been that way since the beginning. Since she first started on The Housewives, she has been the same way. Now, all of a sudden, she's nasty because, and I empathize with her, that her mom passed.
Yeah.
But that's not an excuse. I'm sorry. You have been this way for a while.
I definitely agree.
I'm weird about that, because I lost a lot of family members early on. So I don't know if I think differently about it, but to me, I don't know.
I do think she broke down crying.
I'm just going to shut up.
I think it was genuine grief when she broke down crying.
Yes,
I can see that, because she'd received stuff that day as well. But it was an excuse. Yeah, it was an excuse to say, I done that to you, Sutton, because we've all went through grief. We don't attack other people because we're in pain. So I don't think
coming from love.
Oh, when she said that to Garcelle.
Like, I think she used the mom thing as an excuse, and I'm sure I'm not taking any of Lisa Rinna's grief away from her. I know she's heartbroken. Everybody loved Lois.
Yes, definitely.
Even Cody was like, "Oh, Lois." Cody even got like sad about it when Lois died.
Me too.
And he doesn't know like side characters and mother, but Cody knows Lois, So, and like, as much as we can't stand Lisa, obviously, like, that's a big loss, and feel bad for her.
Definitely it was.
Yeah.
But I really feel like she was using that to go after
yes,
but
I agree.
Better about the Elton John tickets. Like, she's mad. And then, when Sutton brought the receipts to dinner after Renna tried to make it look bad again, Sutton shut her down again, even with Diana, who's part of the board. And Diana's like, oh, well, So Rena is still bitter, and she's never not going to be bitter about that Elton John charity thing. She's never going to get over it.
Never
and
getting over it.
That's why she keeps going after Sutton.
Mm-hmm. So if we get anything else to cover about the 70s themed,
Sutton didn't get the memo on how to dress.
ah,
When
I don't
are they
know.
going to skate?
I know.
Well, we're going to see Aspen, aren't we? This episode next. It wasn't on last week.
Mhm.
So we'll see. I don't know. Sutton is like starting to like annoy me a little bit. I've always been like pro team Sutton, but like
Yeah.
she's getting like a little annoying on how she's approaching things. Like she could have handled this stuff with Erica and the lawsuits way more tactfully. If like she played it too quick, she should have been smarter about it.
Funny thing, I've never liked Sutton. Now I like her
I like Sutton. I like Sutton.
because of what she's doing now. She's standing up for herself. She's speaking her mind.
Mhm.
I'm liking Sutton now.
See the guy that she was on the phone and they were speaking to him. I'm sure his name was Sanjit. She's actually in a
Dating
relationship
him.
with him now. Yes.
Yes,
It was on her IG. I'm like,
the doctor.
oh, yes.
Yes,
You like-
she's dating the doctor,
What's
the
annoying
Indian
about Sutton
doctor.
is the looks that she gives. Like she'll give like when Rena's like, "Okay, Sutton Strack, you mind your business," and then she just she gives like Rena a look like that's aggressive. Like that's like annoying, Sutton. Like if you're gonna do this, you can't like give like the frowny look when you don't like what you come. But she needs to like be more polished at like trying to read people. I guess is it because she's
But
not good
I
at
just
it.
think, John, that's just Sutton. I think she's not polished. I think she is kooky. I think she puts herself in positions at times. I think that is just Sutton.
She needs to go down to Atlanta and take a seminar by Kenya or Nene and how to read 101. And
Yeah.
because she's trying to read people and it doesn't read well at all.
It's like the way she looked at Lisa, it wasn't like trying to give her shade. It was like, how dare you speak to me like this?
But you can't
You know,
give like the how dare you look when they're going tit for tat like that. Like the damn thing doesn't work. You like you're having a word war. Like, well, you gotta keep it up. So like the
And she was afraid to say. That's why Sutton was like, let me see. How should I put it? Like, spit it out.
yeah,
You
like,
know?
say it.
Pablo?
Oh, where's Georgie? Oh,
Where are my 3 cats? Max. We haven't seen. I'm going to get my cat so you can see it.
Oh,
There he
John,
is.
he's gorgeous.
There he is.
He is gorgeous.
I just woke his ass up.
Oh, he's so cute though.
Bye.
How's the other cats with him? Did the other cats like him?
Wait, Gordo.
Georgie, what are you doing? He's being a parrot. Bye. Hope was not good. For a bit, like a few days. We had to get him like one of those collars that like de-stresses them.
Yeah.
But now Hope's come around. Like he was like pulling his hair out. I'm like, oh god. But he's way better now. Phoebe didn't care either way.
This is Max.
Hi, Maxie.
Ah, that's beautiful.
His name is Maximus Apollo.
Ah, he's beautiful.
I should introduce him to Phoebe.
He weighs like 18 pounds.
Oh, Hope's a big boy. I can't even pick Hope up. I don't know where he is. Hope's like close to 30. He's a big boy, and he's used to being the prince of the house. So when Georgie came, and I've been giving Georgie all my attention. I'm such a bad parent. I'd be like the worst parent. Like when a new baby comes, I'd be like, "Who are you guys?" Like I'm the baby.
Stay
now.
away from the baby.
I'd be like, well, God probably made me gay for a reason because I would be the worst parent like in the world. Like, as soon as a new baby come along, I'd be like, don't you have like an aunt or someone to go play with? Like, like I have my new baby. And I've totally been giving Georgie, like, even Cody doesn't get any attention from me. Like, Georgie gets it all, like 100%. He doesn't leave my side. And pretty much everybody in the house hates me but Georgie because I'm like, screw all you guys. You guys are all old and he's new. So probably good thing I'm not a parent to children because my kids would probably know, like, well, Lacey's your favorite. I'm like, damn straight she is. So, what?
Sweets, I loved you being on panel.
Oh, thank you.
I did. I loved you being on panel. It was good.
Thank you.
Just
I hope I didn't disappoint.
No,
you did not. No, it was great.
We've been doing like.
Do I look like?
All my lives have been so like haphazard lately. I've been trying to get back into a routine. So
yeah.
And I like Beverly Hills way more than 90 Days. Speaking of 90 Day, Happily starts tonight. So
yes, I can't wait.
Well, I started watching the 90 Day UK and I love it. It's completely different. 90 Day Fiance UK.
Like the UK,
I'm sorry,
like,
I live by the airport. I don't know if you can hear
that. Like the 90 Day UK, like the United Kingdom edition. Like,
love it.
Like in England.
Where can I watch it?
I watched the first one on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Ooh, yeah, I watched the first one on YouTube.
Okay.
So
I'll watch it.
I need to start watching it.
But Atlanta, Atlanta is good too.
I love
Dubai. Don't get me started on Dubai.
Have you caught up to Atlanta, Am?
I did, but I need to catch up because of work and stuff. I have missed things, but I will catch up with it.
Yeah, I tried Dubai. I think I watched like the first couple.
But did not like it at all.
Like they're all like super duper millionaires. Like there's like, I don't know, there's like really no cohesion there. It's like a bunch of people that really don't know each other, and I mean they have like great lives, but I can't see myself like.
Yeah, they were jailing.
I tried watching again the second time, and like I kind of fell off again with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the ex-housewives, the one with Dorinda, that was good. That was really good.
I have like 2 episodes left. I gotta finish that.
Yeah, Dorinda has a lot of issues.
Yeah, she does. I feel sorry for Dorinda. I do like her.
Speaking of, she was like tearing that crab up, like, here, let me rip
and then shoving it in people's faces, like, ew.
That's so Italian. That's what Italians do. Like, here.
It's like that movie, the scary movie, when they're serving the dinner.
Yes. Take my good hand, child.
Yeah.
Here,
mixing the mashed potato, John, with 3 hands.
Yeah. Take my good hand, child. Which hand did you
and
make
they're
like,
the guy off the building, he's like, give me your hand. And he's like, give me your other hand.
It's like, so gross. How he was touching everything.
Shake that ass. So watch yourself. Shake that ass. Girl playing the
he put a toothbrush in his mouth, John. Remember, he put his toothbrush in his mouth, and he's like, Fanny coming through.
That reminded me, but yes, finish watching the New York one. It was good. It was really good.
Which New York one?
The ex-house with Dorinda.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that one was good. And Miami was amazing as well.
I need to watch Miami.
So yeah, Miami was good.
Tonight is Atlanta at 8 and Happily Ever After at 8. So I'll be watching Happily. Woohoo. Go team. And then we'll be live tomorrow night for Happily.
Okay.
Well,
this was a blast. I'm happy to talk about Beverly Hills. I love you guys. Thank you, Anne and Sweet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sweet.
Bye.
Bye.
Make sure you subscribe to Anne.
Boom, drop.
I couldn't get out fast enough. And make sure
drop the mic with literally.
And then make sure you subscribe to Sweets and Beyond.
Well, thank you so much. I
Thank you.
really had fun.
We'll do it again on Thursday, I think,
Okay.
hopefully.
Perfect.
Bye, everybody.
Love you guys. Bye.